I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I am joined by the handsome devil, the podcast dad. He is maxing and relaxing on the couch tonight. Choops, how we doing, bud?
Damn, I'm good. How are you?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we're trying. Yep, I am on the couch for tonight's episode. The weather has not been great, so it's caused some issues, but here we are.
That'll happen. And you know what? Nevertheless, it's a good night to talk some wrestling. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. As always, do us a favor and follow us over on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, please subscribe to that YouTube channel. Podcast at 582 subscribers. Let's get to 6 by the end of the month. And he's frozen. He's definitely frozen. Anyway, this is where he would tell you to tell one person. We're having a lot of fun here, and yeah, we got plenty of room at our table. Are you back?
Am I frozen, or are you frozen?
You were frozen. Yeah. Anyway, I'm on your partner. Ah, there he is. Anyway, yeah, just tell one person. Again, on the road to 600 subscribers. We need your help to get there. Costs absolutely $0 to rock with the Wrestling Junkies. As always, where would we be without our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net? Tonight, we've got a brand new episode of NXT Night Shift punching in after a hiatus. They're going to be back talking about everything that's going on tonight, so make sure to give them a follow at NXT Night Shift. Brand new blogs from the blog World Order. Yeah, say that a couple of times, and also make
Blog
sure to check
Order.
out Tino
Blog
Time's
World
stream.
Order. Blog World Order. Yeah. I said it 3 times.
Don't be a dick.
Subscribe to our show, please. I know I missed that. I heard the tail end of that. So please subscribe to our show.
No. Yeah. Podcast dad. Interesting night on Monday Night Raw.
It was an interesting night. It was, I thought, a good episode. Are you hyped for WrestleMania now?
It's not quite what it usually is, how it's in the air, but I think that they did a very good job of advancing the plot last night. There were a lot of things they needed to do, and they managed to pull out some surprises too. And I know we're going to get into everything here. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, like you said, they're started on the right foot. Man, let's talk about Penta winning the IC title.
Yeah, that was a real holy shit kind of moment. I think that we both wrote him off, but you were very vocal about it yesterday, because that had been the trend for most of his first year in WWE, and now, I mean, the continuity, because we know that we're gonna, we didn't get any Finn Balor Finn stopped JD from interfering. Excuse me. But it goes back to earlier in the night, interacting with Danhausen. Once again, Danhausen being the main talking point of WWE over the last 72 hours for one reason or another. This was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it was a great way. It was a great way to have him do his first promo. I mean, coming up, thinking Adam Pearce is he called him Coach Stone Cold, like using disguise and his demands, and we got the first curse. I think it was all good. It was all really, really good, and it's gonna work.
Yeah,
it's gonna work, guys. Like he's funny. The character fits well. As long as they continue to be, creative with him, like I don't know how often this guy wrestles, but man, it's gonna work, right? Like it's funny. It's levity. It's gonna work.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's comedic relief that is not R-Truth, and that's not to take anything away from R-Truth, but he doesn't necessarily fit into every single angle. Probably, I mean, he's done a lot of cool shit. Not saying he hasn't, but I like that the Danhausen kind of has the zany factor that he's kind of bringing into things. Yeah, we know R-Truth is a trip, and he's always confused and kind of a head in the clouds kind of guy, but this is just zany.
Well, and it had a consequence, right? Like,
yeah,
Dom got cursed and then lost the title. Like that's gonna put people are gonna think twice about messing with Danhausen now. Like that's the entire point. He has his power, but he's also clueless about everything. It's it's gonna be a good character. I'm excited to see what he does in WWE because he's gonna make a lot of money. It's good for him. Good for him. But yeah, Penta is the new IC champion, which was surprising as hell. I gotta say, because I definitely thought it was gonna be Finn and Dom for the IC title, but doesn't look that way.
Which, in all reality, is fine because there's still two ways you can go: non-title or mega championship.
Yeah, I could see Finn doing something with the mega.
And because right now he's gonna have to. The queues can be very crowded after WrestleMania for world title shots. Whoever walks out with the title, whether it's Roman or it's Punk, there's gonna be a line of challengers, and especially if Roman takes the title, it's going to be a part-time schedule. So that's why having Finn kind of work his way back up the ranks on Raw by way of the Mega Championship at AAA, I think people will get a huge kick out of seeing him down there, and I think it's a fun few months for him. I mean, we've seen him go back to NXT before, and that did a lot, for his career. I think AAA could potentially do the same thing for him.
We'll see, because I think Dom, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dom is defending against Vikingo here soon.
I believe so, yes.
So we'll see if that curse kind of lingers with him, kind of thing. Like maybe that's something that lingers, and Finn cost him that title as well by accident. So it doesn't need a title. You could say the same thing about Becky Lynch and AJ, but the Mega Championship would be fun because they have invested so much into AAA. So having that on WrestleMania would be probably a wise decision. But we'll see. We'll see. I interested to see what they do with the IC title. Like I think that's our ladder match, right?
Has to be. And I mean, I think you could say at the very least, both Lucha Brothers will be in this match. Obviously, Penta being the Intercontinental Champion. But yeah, I mean, I like the switch because this frees up the IC title for another multi-person match on the Mania card, and we're still likely going to get this Finn versus Dom blow-off story. So win-win all around. And again, it goes back to the Danhausen effect.
I hope they give us Dom and Finn and don't extend this out some more. It's time. It's time.
You know what? I'm just gonna manifest it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna manifest it.
Dragon Lee and Gunther. Let's talk about that. Hell of a match.
Dude, that's the Dragon Lee that we need to see week in.
IC title picture.
Yeah. I mean, Gunther always has great matches against smaller opponents. It's just what he does. Gunther can have a great match with anybody, but there has been something about the Dragon Lee build that I don't know. This shows the versatility of Gunther right now, who's without a Mania program right now, which is a little concerning.
Did you see that report?
Yeah, I saw one from PW Mania. I think fan speculation is Ray, Oba, or Brock, but still no defined creative plans. It sounds
like. How do you not have creative plans for the guy that retired John Cena and AJ Styles?
Like you would think that your Mania plan would be locked in, knowing that. Like I don't know. I mean, all three make a lot of sense.
No, they do not. One of those makes no sense.
Okay, one of them is just a dream match for the sake of it being a dream match.
Which one?
Oba or Gunther versus Brock.
No, that one makes more sense for me. Oba Femi versus Gunther makes no sense. I don't see how you get a winner out of that.
Oh.
Somebody is going to lose so much momentum if that happens. Because you're building Oba to be that next big guy, and you're building Gunther to be the next big heel. It's this is not the year for that at WrestleMania.
Because Oba's not even he doesn't have a main roster designation, does he? Oh, yeah.
No, and he's doing stuff with Kit Wilson and The Miz right now. Like he's not there yet. He will be.
Hey. He's got a great program with Rusev coming.
Okay. But like that is a WrestleMania main event, not a oh shit, we got to do something with Gunther. Let's throw this together.
But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's the trade-off is you don't want him doing this stuff with Kit Wilson and Miz and Rusev. If there is the possibility of doing this match, I get that it does paint them into a corner, but WWE has made such a fucking habit of that the last few years that it's just kind of a, okay, another, we'll see how you guys unfuck this one, but
tell me what is wrong with having Carmelo Hayes defend that title against Obafemi at WrestleMania.
There is. I'm agreeing with you. I think that's a perfectly fine direction to go. And Melo has been on fire with the U.S. title. I agree. I agree. Again, that's in North Carolina. Fans want to know that Triple H isn't poaching them. I don't agree with that one. That's
okay. We'll see.
You want to take this one, or
we'll see. The history is there. It's not lie, but God, I just Oba and Gunther is. You save that, man. You gotta save that. You gotta save that. You gotta build that a little bit more.
I get it. Believe me, I get it.
Let him go in there and just retire Brock.
This is also, remember, this is just fan speculation. Okay, that's it. There are no plans being put in place.
I'd be good.
I'd rather be Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we're gonna go on the tour of Goldberg, Cena, Styles, and Ray, just even just a sound WrestleMania defeat. I mean, we're talking 58 seconds, like 2019, and Brock Lesnar in the same year. Yeah, monster year for Gunther if you go that route. Even if Ray doesn't necessarily officially retire, beat him so he seriously thinks about not coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think there's two very good choices out of that, and then I think there's one. Hey, let's not blow our load this early. So interested to see what they do. Again, crazy that you don't have a plan for this guy at the moment.
No,
but LA Knight in there, damn, like that's something. Like I don't know.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
That's for Brock. But Steve, good to see you back in the chats. Shout out to Jordan Castle, friend of the show. He's got a little bit cockier on us as of late, but yeah, he's still a good dude. So good to see you doing well, Steve. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Deep down, he's still a good guy.
I know. I want to believe that. I want to believe that. However,
I believe deep down he is. Right now, surface level, you're getting a little mean there, buddy. But I would be too if I would be too with who I was standing next to.
Shout out to Maximilian.
Yeah. If somebody mess with him.
I'm not. Oh,
I would be talking all this shit too. Look at this superhero next to me. Like, yeah, I'd be feeling myself a little bit. You want to talk about AJ's promo?
Yeah. I know that you kind of wrote her off as part-time champion and not sure how much she's going to defend it, but it sounds like we're going to get some open challenges. I'm all for it. All right. Well, while he's
sorry, I'm changing locations.
You're good. Yeah. So I mean, I like it. I wanted to see more out of this with her. I don't think that we're getting a super long reign with it. I think that Becky's the early favorite to regain the title back at Mania and to finally get a win over AJ Lee. But there's 8 weeks between then and now. And if she starts having open challenges, Becky is going to start losing it because she's going to be worried about, well, I want to get my hands on you to take my title back. And I could see that driving her up a wall and kind of playing her way into those open challenges as well.
It'll be a lot of fun. Gives AJ a chance to work with some with some people that she hasn't worked with before. So I would love to see that opportunity. And it's funny because you mentioned this last night on the show. Like, I want to see some open challenges with the women's mid card.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think the build this year is kind of stunk.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the Rumble felt like a glorified house show, in my opinion, just because of where it was.
yeah.
But
Lack of a build, and really, I mean, we were what 2.5 weeks out before we really started to see them,
yeah,
turn the gears up on that, and that makes no sense because that was part of getting rid of the December PLE is that you have that time to let Rumble stories breathe.
yeah, and then you have the whole thing with TKO and the ticket prices, and then you have a lot of injuries that have happened. So I would assume this WrestleMania card has changed a lot
Yeah,
since December. So
sure.
there's just a lot going in, a lot factoring into it. I'm still gonna watch. We're gonna be honest, but
Yeah, it's the biggest show of the year. It's no different than tuning into a Super Bowl and you're not rooting for either team. It's just
yeah, it's like
it's
last
what
year's
you
Super Bowl.
watch the Super Bowl and Super Bowl Sunday. That's what you
Yeah,
do. You watch WrestleMania on WrestleMania weekend.
and the Super Bowl sucked this year, so I still watched. But I'm trying to think what else happened on Raw last night. That was big. We can talk about the promo.
That was
Dude, the build's gonna be great.
yeah. That was one of those I had to stop saying, did he say what I think he just said? Like that.
Well,
Damn.
Give me heel Roman back. Good.
Yeah. He's gonna have to tap into that to
If you watch the video on social media of him walking back, like he is fuming. You can tell that old tribal chief's coming out. Like good.
Yeah.
As fun as it was to have Roman come back and be the OTC and finally get the face pop that WWE's been trying so hard to get, the dude is so good as a heel. He's so good.
And you know what's coming next too, and I think that's what makes it even more dastardly because we've seen Drew target the bracelet. Roman is likely going to have some just absolutely terrible shit to say about Larry.
Oh, that dog's getting drugged through the mud.
Yeah, that is
100%.
That's boss man. If you're watching, close your eyes.
Yeah, no, that dog's getting drugged through the mud. And
yeah.
Punk started it.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you want to talk about a dog, dude did just say he's gonna bury you next to your dad. So
yeah.
Rough. I love the fact too that Roman's like being the company man, like we brought you back. Like I was a big part. Like, I love that he's playing into that so much. Like I have this much power. Yeah, like we knew this build was gonna be just top two. These two on the mic going after it. It's gonna get personal. Hopefully egos are okay. But like Punk seems to be like this is the last chapter. This is legitimately the last chapter of his career in ring wise.
Yeah.
So I think Punk just like let's go for it. Hopefully that's the case. But yeah, just when they're on and they do the little promo battles, it's can't miss. It's you go look at the social media numbers on Instagram. I mean, it has like 10 million views.
Yeah.
Like it's
that is it, and it's sometimes so mind-boggling how WWE knows how to capture virality with moments like that with consistent storytelling, and then others that acts like they've never done it before.
Yep. Yeah. It is crazy when you look at that. Like they're so good at some things, and then other things it's like, what the hell what are you doing? But being great is tough.
Speaking of egos, though, I feel like we have to talk about what's going on social media between Rhea and Jade.
So I saw a little bit of it. I haven't seen all of it.
Okay. So there was some back and forth between Rhea and Jade on Twitter, and Jade making some insinuations that because Rhea is a favorite backstage, that she gets all the creative that she wants and is able to have the opportunities that she does. And it was one of those ones where you could tell that something about it just did not feel like it's like a work, to the point that Chelsea Green retweeted and added how awesome Rhea is, and Piper Niven chiming in and saying "lick my ring" to Jade, basically saying like, you can't lace our boots and you're not as good as us. So I don't know if we're kind of venturing into that Charlotte Tiffany territory here. I mean, this would be fantastic use of social media if that was the case, but its initial reports are sounding like it's probably not a work.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time with Jade either.
That is true.
Let's be honest. So
yeah,
at what point do we kind of look in the mirror and go, "Hey, Jade, chill,"
Yeah.
Like you're coming at Rhea Ripley. Like Rhea Ripley is the face of that women's division right now.
And Northcutt, like I said, it very well might be. It very well might. Yeah, fuck. You know what I mean. It might be a work. It might not be. We're just we're talking about what we hear.
I hope so. I hope it is a work, because Jade's title run has not been great. So this would be a nice little boost for her.
This, and like we said, this is not. We're not expecting a Charlotte versus Rhea or Rhea Rio Bianca type of match here, but it does have attraction written all over it, and that's the direction I want to go find. Yeah,
they need a main event for night one. There's no clear cut main event for night one right now. There just isn't at the moment.
I think the only
back, but I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and the only way that I see WWE title getting the night one main event is if it's only Randy versus Cody.
So I saw an interesting theory on that.
Hit me.
So Cody wins Friday. Are they that desperate that they turn him heel?
Ugh.
Like Randy comes out to congratulate him and everything, and Cody just turns heel?
I hadn't really thought about that.
Are they that desperate at this point? Because if Cody wins on Friday, the backlash is going to be heavy.
Yeah.
Do they just lean into it? We've been asking for it. Homelander, we've been asking for it.
We have been asking for it, and I feel like the Cody turn kind of has to take the Bill Belichick approach of you got to do it before you get stale, and that's not to say that he is. I mean, he's still getting great reactions. Not saying that he's not, but like you said, this is. People were relieved that Drew walked out with the title because it was such a breath of fresh air.
People were relieved when Randy won on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
Or Saturday. Whatever day that was.
I don't know if they go full heel, but tweener, a heel leaning tweener, I think they might be one to go so far as. I don't know if they're ready to do full blown.
Full fledged. Go, man. If you're going to do it, do it. Don't half-ass it. Do it. Doesn't have to be forever. Doesn't have to be forever.
I know. I agree with you.
It would freshen him up like hell, though. He's gotten a little stale. Let's be honest.
You won't hear me complain.
The mega brother, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, baby faces. Okay, it was fun when you came back, but now it's I need a little bit of an edge, man. I need something.
Yeah.
You finished your story. Awesome. Let's write a new one.
And it's because they do kind of. I mean, Gunther's at the top as far as a monster heel on Raw. I mean, I get it. He's still got the Dragon Lee stuff, but he has been positioned to just run through that roster. And I mean, who's the equivalent on SmackDown right now of that?
Drew, if that.
Who?
Drew, if that.
That's more of the cocky shit.
Yeah.
I mean, with Cody, it's there will be that hint of arrogance, but
But
not
if you
nearly
turn
like trolling fashion that Drew McIntyre. Like he likes to still inject some humor in how he kind of does shit. I don't see. We need, if we're gonna do a heel Cody, we need somebody who's gonna take that mantle up of just
but if you turn Cody heel, he's the number one heel. Easily. Number one. I just do it. Just do it, man. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You
Yeah.
can change it. Like Cena didn't work as a heel. They changed it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna know if you don't try. He will still sell merch. I guarantee he will still sell merch. Like,
Yeah.
but you gotta do something. Before that crowd turns on him like AEW did. Like you gotta do something. I'm not sure
It
what it
didn't
is.
take long either.
No, it did not. Because
It did not take long.
it's the 80s face is, I mean, it's great, but that's not what we're looking for anymore.
Yeah.
It's just not. The Super Cody, I don't it was fun when he came back. It really, really was.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. Like, I want Homelander. We keep going back to that. I want Homelander. Like, it's there. It's there. Let him do it. Let him do it.
Yeah, and it's and again with if you were to take a Homelander Cody and his first program is against Randy, like why not? I mean, that's you're
writes
going to build
itself.
toward because you and Randy does, because Randy can be put in that first program feud and doesn't have to be the final boss, because that way you can get an Obafemi ready, you can get a Trick Williams ready, like Javon Evans. Yeah, there's other names you can position as mega baby faces that are going to remain completely over with the crowd.
Sami Zayn. Can you imagine the heat with Sami Zayn if he turns heel? Like,
yeah,
have him beat the hell out of Jey Uso.
No,
I mean,
I like that a lot.
There's so many things you can do. There really, really is. There's so many things. There's one more thing. Oh, Rollins. That segment was really good. Heyman getting color was a lot of fun. I think I messaged you
Great
right
touch.
afterwards. I really don't know what. Are we going to get Rollins and Knight versus Logan Paul and Austin Theory?
I hadn't fucking thought about that until just this second.
Or do they pivot and do the Usos versus the Vision, and does Seth answer Brock's open challenge?
Be Slayer Part 2. I like that.
I mean, I don't know what I like,
because we still don't know who attacked Jay. We just know, I mean, he's back, but I'm sure that we'll hear from him next week about
who attacked him,
who it was. Because I mean, yeah, you can't rule out the Vision right now.
I don't know who else
really kind of obvious choice. What's that?
I don't know who else it's gonna be. Like,
yeah,
they have the tag titles. The Vision's a tag team on Raw. There's your WrestleMania match. Like,
yeah.
Seems to be all the pieces are there. It's not the most exciting match in the world, but it's something.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's because again, this is very much just salvage what you can of the story and move on.
And
that's
Brock and Seth.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It'd be a lot better than LA Knight and Brock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what LA Knight can go in the IC title match. That's fine. And that'd be fine. It'd be fun.
It'd be fun. More sense.
It does. It makes all the sense in the world. Big pop, ladder match, LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it with your chest.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Give me that little weak ass. Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a long day.
Subscribe to our YouTube, please, while he looks that up. If you are watching, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when we're live. We're usually live at the same time every night, but sometimes we have some special episodes. Shout out last week to Matt Griffin who called us up, and we put on an episode at 9. So if you subscribe, thank you so much, but also hit that bell because that helps as well.
Yeah. Tonight we've got JC Jane versus Zarya for the NXT Women's Championship.
Sol Ruka will be involved.
Yes. Hank and Tank and Shiloh Hill versus the Vanity Project. Give me Vanity Project. Jada Parker and Blake Monroe face to face ahead of Vengeance Day. Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley face to face ahead of Vengeance Day. Excuse me. Ren Sinclair versus Nikita Lyons.
Okay.
All right. And Ricky Saints Absolute Experience.
Vengeance Day is next week?
I believe so, yes.
Is that a PLE or is that a TV special?
I think TV, yeah.
I didn't know Tatum was still feuding with Izzy Dame, so.
Yeah, it's time to end that one.
Is there like a stipulation to this one? Because aren't they 1-on-1?
That could be what the face-to-face is about, but I believe they are, yes.
All right, I'll watch. I'll have fun.
Decent night of programming, but that's going to do it for us tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, pull up a seat. There's plenty of room at our table. That's a podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. And until tomorrow, enjoy those grabs.